It's not an impeachment resolution.
You got that? It's not an impeachment resolution. Nancy Pelosi, believe it or not, is exactly right. And in case you didn't catch it, let's hear it from her again.
It's not an impeachment resolution. It's not an impeachment resolution. It's not an impeachment resolution.
So if it's not an impeachment resolution, what is it? It's a vote to formalize the procedures of the impeachment inquiry process. What? Yeah, it sounds like something Irwin Corey, remember Professor Irwin Corey would come up with. So, and basically, it's really a bunch of a bowl of nothing. It just, this is all a song and dance act so that the Democrats can feel like they're moving forward on impeachment without actually moving forward on impeachment. And yet, I see it described over and over again by liberals and the mainstream media that this is an impeachment resolution. And yet, as we saw, it's not. Nancy Pelosi just told you it is not an impeachment resolution. In fact, here's a homework assignment for you boys and girls. Go to YouTube, into YouTube search, enter impeachment resolution, and narrow the search down, filter it down to the past week. And you're going to see video after video after video from the mainstream media describing an impeachment resolution right in the title. Of course, in their reports, it's sort of like they kind of weasel away from that. But they want everybody out there to think that this is it. This is an impeachment resolution. No, it's an impeachment song and dance act. That's a more accurate description of this. They just want you to feel that the House is actually moving forward on impeachment, which they're not, because for several reasons. Number one, the biggest reason is no crime. Basically, what the Democrats are doing, they're just like gold miners. They're sticking a bunch of dirt down into the slough there and hoping to find the tiny little grain of gold, their impeachment gold. It's not going to happen. And, remember that? It could all be wrapped up by Thanksgiving and then sent to the Senate. No, the earliest it could be wrapped up with would be at the very end of the year, maybe not even that. But here's another problem they have, another reason why they really are just doing a song and dance act. It's very simple. If it goes to the Senate for a trial, all the senators have to be there, and that includes, I think it's 5 senators who are running for president. That's Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, although I have a feeling she'll drop out soon. And then there's, Amy Klobuchar. Am I missing one? Anyway, all right, maybe there's 4. But can you imagine? But these are, at least 2 of them are top-tier candidates. Now, can you imagine what would happen? Because a trial will take probably at least 3 weeks, maybe even longer, maybe up to 6 weeks. But they have to sit in the Senate 6 days a week silently and act as jurors. Meanwhile, they can't be on the campaign trail except for maybe 1 day a week. Do you think the Democrats are going to allow that to happen? Of course not. So this is all a song and dance act. And by the way, it's not just me saying it. You know who else is basically mocking this whole excitement over an impeachment resolution? We're moving forward on process. Is the Young Turks. Take a look real quick at the Young Turks, Cenk and Anna, and especially Cenk, and they realize it's just a bunch of it's just a sham, this whole thing.
Reports, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced the House would vote on Thursday to formalize the procedures of the impeachment inquiry into Trump and Ukraine in what will be the first time the House will go on the record on the proceedings. Democrats say Thursday's vote is not a formal authorization of the impeachment inquiry, but it nevertheless signals they are pushing forward with the investigation despite resistance from several witnesses inside the administration to appearing for testimony.
Wait, what? That's what my kids say now when they're confused about something.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay, so I actually was going to disagree with you, Anna. Well, I didn't know I was going to disagree with you because I was reading the article ahead of time. Anyway, as I'm reading it, I'm like, oh, they're going to formalize the process. I think that's good. I don't think necessarily in your intro when you were saying, conceding to Republican demands. No, I don't mind that. I want them to do it. I want them to do it from day one. It doesn't really matter. Court has already adjudicated. It doesn't matter. They're right about the facts. But sure, let's have a vote. I want people on the record. I'll get to the politics of it in a second. But then you read the part that Anna just read to you, and they say, well, don't get us wrong. We're not actually acting strong. It's not a formal authorization.
Boom.
Oh, for God's sake, then what the hell is it?
No, it's.
Well, that's it for today as the House votes on their impeachment, not resolution. Their impeachment, not resolution. See you later.
It's not an impeachment resolution. It's not an impeachment resolution. It's not an impeachment resolution.
Subscribe to the Dummy Funnies now!
And don't forget to hit that notification bell, please!